on my phone this time. So, we're here monitoring you guys the severe weather outbreak that is going on for the United States right now. Let me just zoom out for you guys to see. Here it is, a severe weather outbreak that's going on right now. I'm just checking to make sure that we are live. Hello? It's going on right now. I'm just checking to make sure that we are live. Yes, we are live. This is on my phone, unfortunately, right now, so the quality may not be the best. This is on my phone, unfortunately, right now, but so the quality may not be. I'm just letting you guys know we're here to keep you guys up to date with the live severe weather forecast right now. We change it this way, so just to make sure you guys can see more. Okay. So here's severe weather risk right now. We do currently have an enhanced risk for the Colorado region. Alright, so we do have an enhanced risk right now with severe weather going on. Right here, bunch of severe weather. Right here, the enhanced risk. We have tornado warning and tornado watches currently. And then we're monitoring the situation down south. We have another large enhanced risk that is going on for this region right here, where tornadoes are also likely to occur. So, that's what's going on right now. Let's take a look at the watches and warnings real quickly. Alright, so first of all, I'll just show you guys where the risk of tornadoes are. We have a 5% risk in this zone right here for southeast Wyoming, parts of Nebraska and Colorado. And then we also do have a risk of severe weather here with a 5% chance risk for Oklahoma and Texas Panhandle, including some areas that we've seen already, when the risk of tornadoes could occur there. So let's take a look at the watches and warnings real quickly. So I'm just going to give her the severe weather tornado list as we just showed you. There's also let's take a look at the winds. As you can see here, we have a significant chance of seeing significant damaging winds all across central and northern Texas and southwest Oklahoma. This is the best chance of seeing significant damaging winds. But the also pretty big risk of significant damaging winds anywhere in this region. Includes places like just west of Oklahoma City, the Texas Panhandle, including Abilene, Wichita Falls, and that area, and then another chance up north where there's a up-level low-pressure system that could produce tornadoes and significant winds as well. We'll also take a look at the risk for large hail, just for one more reason. As you can see here, we have a significant risk of large hail for Colorado and Wyoming, Nebraska, and as well as seeing large hail all across Texas, Oklahoma, and even Kansas this time. That's the region right here as well. So that's what the outlook risk is for today. Let's take a look at one more thing I want to show you guys before we do this. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm using my phone right now because apparently my headphones on my computer is not cooperating, unfortunately. So let's go take a look at the weather alerts. We're going to start with the tornado warnings. Yep. Take that off. Let's just go first take a look at the severe thunderstorm watches and warnings. Alright. This is the regions right now in the yellow, like you guys probably know. This is the severe tornado watches right here. This includes all the way from Casper, Wyoming, all the way down to northern Colorado. And then in the Denver metro area, there's a severe thunderstorm watch for large hail and damaging winds. And then we make us way down south here for Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas Panhandle. There was also a tornado watch. This one goes in effect for the next couple of until about 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. And these ones are about to expire around 8 p.m. as well. So now we know what the watches and warnings are. Let's take a look at the so we've done this. Let's go keep an eye on the severe thunderstorm watches and warnings that's going on right now. Alright, so as you can see, we're going to monitor the situation. First step is going to be Colorado today. And then the second one is going to be down for the Texas-Oklahoma Panhandle. That's going to be occurring right now. So that's what's going on. Just checking to make sure everything's going well. I know it's very confusing right now on my channel. I'm so sorry about this. Things are just not cooperating today on my right now, but right now, so if you guys are tuning in right now, just checking to make sure. I know that we're live right now, but I just want to delete some stuff so that nothing else can be like a problem. Right now, this is not coming up, but whatever. I'm just gonna do this for now. Alright. Just making sure that we're live. I know we're live. Yeah, we're live. We're still live right now. Just keeping an eye. Right. So here's the main events right now. We got round 1. That is right here. Round 2 will be probably coming up in the next hour or two. Probably developing up in this region. And then round 3 might be near Dallas, Texas as well. So let's go take a look at the individual radars for now. If I can figure out this thing on my phone. Suicide radar. And here we go. So we're going to take a look at the Cheyenne radar because there's a bunch of storms. I'm going to give it a lightning detector. So storm... Don't want to take a look at the lightning right now. Maybe we can take a look at it later, but this is the storm that's going on right now. So, for northern Colorado, we've had a bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings out here. And then for southeast Wyoming, which some of them are looking very impressive. This guy looks very impressive right now. This guy. And then got some storms with large hail, looks like just south of Casper. So it's going to make our way from north to south. I think that's what we're going to do. Let's start with the northern storm. We're going to take a look for if any of these shows any sign of rotation. Let's take a look at that right now. High resolution, reflectivity, any type of rotation. This guy definitely has some pretty good rotation. Also some large winds right here just to north of Sterling. That's some rotation, but everything is very broad. This guy looks pretty impressive. These guys don't look that impressive, but they all have 20 possible tags, so there might be some rotation just near Otis as well. Keep an eye on that. What about this? This one looks very powerful too. They all look like they could produce tornado any time right here. And the northern storm is a little far away, so you can't really keep an eye on that. So there are a bunch of rotation right now that's looking like that's gonna, all of them could rotate. All of them look like they have a potential for rotation. You can see right here. This is very crazy. Okay, so that's what the reflectivity is. Let's take a look at I-base. Which one looks the most impressive to me? It's tough to decide. But in my opinion, the most impressive storm, I mean, this looks like they're all going to be a little bit messy a bit, eventually. This whole line looks like it's going to be messy, so I think this guy looks pretty impressive, but that's producing. Nothing looks like stand out to me. This one does, but it just doesn't look like a classic supercell. Now these look like classic supercells for now. We also have severe thunderstorm warnings now just to south. And that is big hail going through Colorado Springs right now. So let's keep an eye on that. That is also rotating. This one looks pretty impressive rotation just to the north. As it makes its way to the north and to the east. So that's another very impressive storm system that we got to keep an eye on. We're also going to be talking about the extreme heat in Texas a little bit later as well. So there's a lot of things to keep an eye on. Shear's pretty good. Everything looks good for storms to develop right now. This is what's going on right now. Each of these storms, we gotta keep an eye on anything's developing out here. Anything trying to develop here in Amarillo, Texas, you can see the dry line. Here's the dry line. Anything east of it will spark up some storms. Just trying to keep an eye on here. I don't see anything developing right now. So severe thunderstorm warnings. For Wyoming, got some Colorado, Nebraska, and even one for Texas. Where was that baby? That's down here in San Angelo, minding its own business. Pretty interesting. Nice to see some nice rainfall to cool people down as there's extreme heat been going on in this region as well. But the main focus and the action pack right now is going to be here for Colorado. Got some storms trying to develop over here as well, so we got to keep an eye on these storms because these guys are going to be entering in very favorable conditions. Let's move to the north and to the east right now. That's what's going on right now. If you guys are new, please do consider hit the subscribe button. If you guys are new, I would appreciate that quite a bit. If you guys do, I would appreciate this quite a bit right now. I'm just checking to make sure all of you guys are doing a good day. We'll just here live stream right now. Once again, a large hail damaging wind event that is going on in the United States right now. If you guys are new, please do hit the like button and subscribe. We are trying to get close to 7,500 subscribers. Greatly appreciate everything. So let's get back to the last stream. I mean, this guy looks like, in my opinion, the best storm. Sorry. Alright. These are the storms right now that we have going on. So we got some, all these are pretty impressive storms in my opinion. Each of these, okay, this one does not look like it's gonna be producing anything anytime soon, tornadoes. This one for sure. Let's take a look. Is any radar sites here? Maybe. It's pretty far away from everything, these storms. But we gotta use the Cheyenne radar for today. I mean, it's starting to rotate. This guy looks like it might produce something relatively soon. That's just my opinion. Keeping an eye on these storms right now as the storm's heading towards Wheatland. Cheyenne, you are okay right now. You are okay as the storms are past you to the east. So Cheyenne is good. Denver is starting to monitor the situation as we got storms developing all across this region as they move its way to the Denver metro area. This is going to be the severe thunderstorm watch. This whole area, that's where all these severe thunderstorm warnings are. The tornado watch that's going on right now. That's what's going on right now. Hear the monitor situation. Just checking to make sure that other people. Got one person watching. Kind of what I expect. This is what I expect, anyways. Just make much about whatever. Just keeping an eye on the storms. And look how they recently exploded in the past half hour, 45 minutes. You just see them exploding. There's going to be something that's gonna be interesting to see is this alpha bound is starting to develop. Hello? Bro, this can't be joking. You're joking, right? Is it me that's the issue? Hello? Bro, this can't be joking. You're joking. I think we're back. I think we're back. Just keep being there. Okay. Just trying to make sure that. Sorry, I just had some internet issues. Yes, we are back. Alright. Let's go take a look at the storm right now. Go take a look at high resolution reflected. This is the storm of the day. Right here. Keep your eye on this storm. Luckily, there's no one like in the path of this, but this will be eventually heading towards west of Westford, heading towards Wheatland. Maybe it's heading into a place that's not too popular, but it's heading in this direction generally. This one's starting to get some decent rotation. They're all starting to rotate, but this is a little broad as it heads towards Pine Bluff in Nebraska. These storms are going to make its way towards Scotts Bluff, so be in Scotts Bluff. Keep an eye to the sky to your south and to the west. Right now. That's what I would if I were you. North of Sterling, that looks like another. Continues to be an impressive storm with a lot of gusty winds and tornado possible, which, yeah, I mean, definitely looks like that could be one. Some more storms developing just south of Sterling. And you got the other storm near Otis that has a tornado possible tag as well. Let's see how Denver's radar picking it up. Checking Denver's radar, you can see it looks more impressive using a Denver's radar than it does from the Cheyenne radar of this storm. Now this one looks more like a classic supercell as well. North of one, this one could be tornado possible. We've been seeing some rotation in the storm, but it's just not as clear to see the rotation. I'm going to keep an eye on Cheyenne storm for now. It's becoming more of a classic hook as we continue to see it. It is maturing, definitely maturing. The storm is maturing, which is something to keep an eye as heads towards Sydney. We have a brand new tornado warning. Alright folks, buckle up. The storm we were talking to you guys about, that was the storm of the day, has now have a tornado warning. So, we do a brand new tornado warning. This is for Albany, Wyoming. Let's take a look at the storm. Let's take a look of the storm high. Let's do the reflectivity. You could just see. Oops. Distribution velocity. Well, but Cheyenne's it's getting far away, but. Alright, let's go check now. It is pretty far away, but you can see the hook shape. It is definitely developing into a tornado. And I won't be surprised if this produces a tornado relatively soon north of Laramie. North of Laramie right now. That's this one. Let's take a look. Is it in Denver's range? No, so it's okay. Gotta take a look at the Cheyenne one. What the heck is this? Is baloney. Bruh. We just gotta keep an eye on the storm as it moves its way towards Wheatland. This actually might be moving its way towards Wheatland. If you're in Wheatland right now, keep an eye. This is moving east. This is gonna be definitely moving towards you in Wheatland right now. This is heading towards you in Wheatland. Please keep an eye to your skies. And that's what's going on right now. We're doing live surf weather coverage. As we have a brand new tornado warning, we do have a major hail event coming up all across Colorado, Wyoming, and Nebraska. you guys new, please hit the like button and subscribe. I also got to keep an eye on the storms near heading towards Denver. Here in Colorado Springs, massive hail. Keeping an eye on these storms as well. You can see what the biggest winds are heading towards Black Forest right here. And it's heading right for Black Forest right now. So we do have a first tornado warning of the live stream. Let's take a look now. You can see a very tight couplet right here. Very tight couplet right now. You can see right here. There's no communities inside. Just past Rock River, just past Wilcox, just past Harper, just past Highway 30 where people actually live. But you can see there's a big couplet. It is heading towards Wheatland Reservoir number 2 near Post Lake. And eventually this will make its way near Wheatland or towards I-25, maybe towards Slater. And eventually, if it keeps running towards Torrington. So these are the major populations here in Wheatland, keep an eye. Torrington, keep an eye. Slater, keep an eye. Chuckwater, keep an eye. You probably have a tornado near to the ground, if not on the ground. Let's look at dual velocity. There's something to keep an eye. Is that the rotation? I think we might have a tornado on the ground, but because if you look at the correlation coefficient, there's something right here that looks very, very ominous. This is what the correlation coefficient is. As if you see anything that's not just red, and if you see blue and gray and green together in a circle, that means that the radar is picking up something that's not just rain droplets. It could be trees, it could be homes, it could be something. And this is the place to keep an eye on right now. This is the place you have to keep an eye on right now. If you guys are in this situation. If I'm in this situation right now, I gotta keep an eye right now for the storm, as it is producing a potential tornado that's coming up right now. That's what's going on right now. That is the situation where we're trying to keep you up to date for coming up right now. So this is the area we're keeping an eye on. We're making sure that you guys are here. We're trying to keep you guys safe and up of what's going on right now. But we do have a brand new tornado warning, which is very important. What's going on? Sorry about that. And this is the tornado warning right now for the area. That's what I'm here for. Alright, so this is the tornado warning right now. It's heading into Wheatland Reserves. If you're in Wheatland Reserve, please take shelter right now. I think we have another tornado warning. Or do we just have severe thunderstorm warnings? I think we just severe thunderstorm warnings. Let me just keep an eye. No, we just have one severe thunderstorm warning, but keep an eye on those storms near Denver as they're starting to move its way into better environment conditions with a chance of seeing some damaging winds and large hail as it continues to make its way to the east and northeast right now. So if you guys are new, please do take the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. We are trying to get our way into trying to get closer to 200 subscribers. And I'm just editing something real quick. I'm so sorry about this right now. Didn't realize YouTube did not take our video live stream. It's just showing that to everybody, so we're trying to get everybody to see what's going on right now. Just making sure everything looks good. Customization, cancel. Everything looks good. Just trying to edit this right now. Tags, let's put tornadoes. Weather. Large hail. And damaging winds. Alright, just now it should be ready. Alright guys, we're back. I'm just trying to make a video go live on a live stream so you guys can see. We currently have, whoa, we got some storms near Scotts Bluff. You gotta keep an eye on these storms. These storms could definitely make an impact right now. These storms looks like they could be producing severe weather, if not tornadoes, relatively soon. Hopefully this goes to plan. Is it working? It is working good. Good. That looks like everything should be there. Let me just go back to my channel now. Just trying to make sure that everything looks good. Alright. Just trying to make sure that everything looks good. I think everything is good now. Now everything should be good. Alright, let's just check to make sure. Yep, everything is there. Alright, let's just see if we get people to hopefully take a like button and subscribe and keep an eye on this situation. So this has been very confusing because I'm just going live for the first time on my phone. So we have a brand new tornado warning, which we gotta keep an eye on. It's definitely it should be on the ground, if not very close to being on the ground. Because look at this, guys. We do have a correlation coefficient. It's a little spotty, but it looks pretty defined that's just my opinion. It looks like it's defined in my opinion, but it may not be. But we do have a very tight couplet, which is something we gotta keep an eye on right now. But this thing sometimes glitches on me right now and is not cooperating, which is something I'm not in a good mood, but let's see if Cheyenne's radar is now cooperating. Alright, it's not cooperating right now, so we'll take a look at this storm as it's moving its way towards Wheatland. It definitely looks like they might be doing. We're all trying to keep an eye, but I gotta keep an eye on all these other storms. Sterling, Kimball, this guy that might also eventually try to make its way to north and to east, which is now a severe thunderstorm warning, including Scotts Bluff, Nebraska. That's a good idea. Good job, National Weather Service. Let's take a look now. Oh my god, that sucks. Alright, so let's go take a look at the other storms that also continue. Are there any storms now here? And we have a severe thunderstorm warning now for Dallas, Texas. Let's see how this storm is. Heavy rainfall for Dallas, but now it's moving towards Lancaster down to Guns Barrel. Eventually, just looks like just a hailstorm, maybe some gusty winds. Any severe weather? Oh, whoa! There might be some rotation. Keep your eye right here as it's heading to the south and to the east. That is a pretty ominous rotation. It's definitely developed just recently. It might be rotating, but we gotta keep an eye on that for more storms to develop in this region. See how any storms developing in western Oklahoma, southwest Oklahoma, near Lubbock. No, but you can just see the dry line right now. Maybe might be getting our first storms near Sweetwater. Maybe got some storms just west of Seymour trying to develop. But right now we gotta get back to the main event, which will be for most of our live stream. And the storms here. Alright, it's finally back. Okay, here's the rotation right now. Pretty tight, somewhat tight. This might be a little bit broader than it was before. Let's see how it's been. Oh, the glitch. Alright, whatever. But you can see the storm, how it looks like right now. See how it is, and how it is pretty far away from the radar, so it might be a little bit blurring out right now. But that is a storm to keep an eye as it makes its way towards places places like Wheatwater, but this definitely looks like a very nice storm. Very nice rotation. There's everything you need to know have for a storm like this. And that is what the storm is right now. It looks very nice, and it continues to develop, and it's mature. All these storms are maturing. That's the crazy thing that we gotta keep an eye on. Every one of these storms are maturing, and that's what's going on right now. That's the thing we gotta keep an eye on. These storms are maturing, and these guys are definitely heading into a more favorable conditions environment as we continue. Right now, so we've had 7 viewers, which is good to know. Mostly probably just me, but this is what's going on right now. It's heading towards Wheatland. If you're in Wheatland, please consider taking. We do have rotation, but it looks like it's very broad at near Black Forest, like it's always been. Near Black Forest. Keep an eye on the storms here. Near Artists. Right now. And that's what's going on right now. Keep your eye on the storms here. To an attack possible. Looks like this is not like the high resolution fluctuating mode. I think these looks like more velocity. This is base reflectivity. Oh, we gotta go to high resolution reflectivity. We have the 1 tornado warning, but we do have a bunch of 0 thunderstorm warnings right now. These storms are starting to get a little bit stronger out here as it heads towards the same regions. If you guys are new, do hit like button and subscribe as well. This one looks pretty interesting from the Kansas radar. Looks like some rotation might try to form there. I don't know what's going on right now. Well, we're still waiting for storms to develop out here. They're supposed to develop within the next hour or so. But here's the situation right now. That's severe weather, severe weather, severe weather. We have 1 tornado warning. Let's take a look at this. It looks like it looks very impressive. Very impressive, it does. Coalition coefficient, is it supporting? No. But it just looks like a very impressive storm. Very impressive storm. We have a brand new tornado warning. We do have someone watching. If you're new, please do like button and subscribe. We are trying to get to 75 subscribers. There will be YouTube Shorts. More videos continue today, tomorrow, next couple of days. We're here combined severe weather outbreak today, and this will move its way to the east. And by this weekend, there will be more severe weather out in the Illinois and Iowa region as well. So that's what's going on right now. We also keep an eye on the record heat wave for Texas. We have multiple waves of severe weather, which we monitor right now. So let's take a look. We do have a current tornado warning, which is a very impressive storm system right now. See big one rotation heading towards Wheatland. If you're in Wheatland, this might miss you to the south and head towards not much. Luckily, there's not much of like real estate, but there's cities like Slater and Chalkwater out of monitor situation, and keep an eye to this, guys, because you have a damaging potential tornado heading towards you. If not, it's heading towards Wheatland. So somewhere in that region, there is a chance to keep an eye. So if you're driving on 25 mile, which is a common drive spot from Casper to Cheyenne, from Colorado. If you're somewhere in this region right now, keep an eye because these storms are heading towards you. And then we got other storms to keep an eye just to the east of Cheyenne near Pine Bluff and Kimball. And then we got brand new storms developing heading towards Scottsbluff, which should produce some large hail. But the storms to keep an eye on this guy near Sterling. you could produce potentially tornado possible there, and the storm near Artis, which is also trying to rotate right now. So we take a look at the storm here. The rotations are definitely weakened, but we do have two rotations, one to north and one to the south. Keep an eye on that as it heads towards relatively remote locations. This is all remote, and there's not too many towns. We'll try towards Perth and Sydney. We do have some broad rotation near Scotts Bluff. Pine Bluff also don't really have much rotation there for now. And then we're going to keep an eye on the storms near Colorado Springs, because that's also an interesting storm. Don't have any rotation, but you do have some hail and a large hail core right now. You can see just north right here where there's large black hail, and it looks like two storms that might have merged together. You can see the northern storm has now, you have one storm here and one storm here. So this is a merger heading towards Peyton, and you can just see the inflow coming into these storms. You can just see this is what you call moisture coming into the mountains, which are known for uplifting, which we're expecting, which is currently going on right now. Which is why these storms down here, you got to keep an eye, and the storm up here near Denver. Denver, the next hour and a half might be a tricky situation. You got lots of storms trying to develop, bubblers trying to develop down here near Castle Rock, this guy near Aspen Park. You have the environment perfect for storms to develop.